Well, hello there. Thank you for choosing WBS TV. Now, in case you've been flipping from one channel to the other, it's time to settle down. You know why? Because it's time for Goldies, the musical show that takes you back to the good old days to play you classic music videos. Today, I'm coming to you from the beautiful 5-star hotel right here in the heart of Kampala, the Sheraton Hotel. We are here to sit down with our guests, so kick back, relax, and find out who we have for you today on the program. Goldies, the musical show, starts right now.
Late at night, early in the morning light, you can see.
Got the rose in my down and pretty little flower, and an angel fairy godmother.
Ooh la la la, let's go dancing.
'Cause you couldn't see my heart breaking.
Hello there. Thank you for keeping it WBS. Today we are coming to you from the beautiful Sheraton Hotel. We are here to chat with our guest who's going to be doing the selection of the music right here on Goldies throughout the hour. So kick back, relax. But before you get to find out who we have for you today on the program, little clue or hint to find out who is on the show today for you. So he's the founder of the National Action for Awakening Uganda. He was a student at Nkumba University from 1993 to 1996. He started Mali Mixed Farm in Masaka in 1997 and the director of Sarafina Water Services in the DRC, Democratic Republic of Congo, from 2010. And he's also the CEO of Mali Group of Companies from 1998 till to date. Ladies and gentlemen, with great pleasure, I give you a businessman and a social activist. Great to have you on the program, Frank GASHUMBA. Good to have you. Good to see you.
How are you?
And I must say, you look very good. You are so, you're so stylish, like you're a model or something.
No, thank you. We decided what the type of life we must live.
Okay.
Very simple.
So in a nutshell, for someone, of course you're a public figure, you're always on radio, TV, you do so many appearances in the newspapers and everywhere. But for someone watching you for the very first time, in a nutshell, how can you explain your brief background, in a bit about your parents and the community you grew up from?
I was born and raised from Masaka district. Our grandparents migrated from a country called Rwanda in 1923. They walked all the way from Rwanda to Uganda. That's where they settled. Personally, I was born and raised in Masaka. Masaka, this is where civilization started from. I did my primary O and A level from Masaka district. From there, I went to Nkumba University. I'm just an ordinary person like any other Ugandan.
Talk to us a bit about your family. You spoke about your brother DJ Rod. How many are you in your family?
Actually, we are many. We are over. My dad was serious to do with women. I think we are like 30. We are many. But what shocks me, he always encourages us not to marry more than one woman. And for him, he has like 4. He tells us that he went through a lot raising us. And actually, sometimes he does tell us privately that even if you have 1,000 girlfriends, but don't ever dare marry more than one. You should marry one woman. So we are many, we're like 30 in Kampala, scattered all over the world.
Yeah. Okay, we'll get into a bit of your family, but it's a musical show. Let's jump into your first song for today on the program. What selection do you have for us today on the show?
Between 1980 and 1990, we listened much on music from South Africa. You remember the apartheid era in South Africa. Every day we could hear blacks have been murdered in South Africa. So I will start with a song from Chaka Chaka. That song takes me back to where we hail from. Every time it's run in a club, I said, we are back in Masaka.
Taking us way back in time, Yvonne Chaka Chaka with a classic. DJ, a song selected by our special guest for today, a businessman and a social activist, Frank Gashumba. He's doing the selection of the music on Goldies as we get to chat. Let's talk a bit about your school time. I was reading up, Googling you up, such quite interesting stories I did come across. At you being back in school at the university, they say you were driving while at the university. You must have had some a jolly time.
Yeah, I think we should start how I was raised. I always give this example, and I always tell friends our history, that starting my nursery school, my dad was driving me in a car, in an Audi car. I remember growing up, my dad had 3 cars. He had an Audi, he had a Mercedes and a Lorry. So to us, cars are things that we see every day. But there is a generation of today, when they buy a Ipsum, they think it's heaven. And they're driving an Ipsum with an empty tank, always in red, but for them they take it as if it's heaven. So in Nkumba, yes, I was driving, because from day one, cars were part of our lives. So it's not something very big. Personally, I value friends than what we own.
And what kind of student were you back then? Were you this kind of, not a student? Were you so quiet? Were you reserved?
Honestly, I think I was stubborn, because I was involved in many strikes at school. And in academics, I don't think I was the best, and I don't think I was the worst.